Hey. This is Tarot for You 444. And I'm coming to you live from a location somewhere in Australia. And Spoggy and I are undercover going to do a tarot reading all about secrets of the divine masculine. So we have to be really quiet because we're going to find out all of the secrets that you need to know. Hey everyone, welcome back to Tarot for You 444. Do I need both? Do I need to hear you guys? Maybe spiritually I do. I don't need the second one in, do I? I have been really busy creating my online course. It's the Secret Wellness course, and I'm so excited to bring it to you. People have already started lining up for it, and it's going to have so much information. So if you want to get on the email and let me know if you're interested, I'd love to hear from you. Wow. I am drinking ginger water, and it's something that I just kind of started doing because it's really good for ginger in general is good, but I just if you're wondering what's in my glass, it looks kind of really weird, doesn't it? But it's just ginger, and it's really amazing. You put warm water in there, let it seep for a little while, it tastes great. So, how is everyone going? Are you kind of on a little bit of a stealth mission to find out about your divine masculine? Hopefully he won't recognize us today. We're going to be delving into all sorts of things, and I've got four different decks here. Not decks. I've got 4 different decks here today. And for those of you with dirty minds, welcome. I love having you here on my channel. Just keep the comments PG, otherwise YouTube doesn't like it. You can use a little bit of slang if you want to, but we're of course here on the channel trying to stay in our joy as much as possible, because when you stay in your joy, you create a wonderful feeling that sends out into the universe, and of course the universe responds by saying, oh, you like to feel joy and bliss and fun, let's send you some things that are joyful, blissful and fun. Mr. Divine Masculine, I feel like he's wearing a bit of a disguise at the moment. For those of you who are in semi-union, you may be feeling him coming in a little bit sexy, a little bit naughty, a little bit provocative, which is cool. And for those of you who haven't heard from your divine masculines, I feel like we've got some silence going on here, which is kind of a bit weird. The weird silence. The calm before the storm, I want to say. I feel like, I don't know, I'm dressed for some weird jungle experience. I don't know. We just never know what we're going to get, do we? I'm waiting for the cards to come. And Divine Masculine's got a big message for you today, Divine Feminine. Wow, oh wow. We literally have the devil here. Eek, the devil. I'm trying to curb some of my behaviors. I'm trying to maybe I'm self-soothing a little bit sometimes with things outside of myself that don't really serve me. And maybe one of those things is you know, a counterpart that isn't their divine counterpart. So a karmic, we could say. And it's interesting because in this card, it looks like he's holding a phallic symbol. It's really interesting, you know. It's kind of this questioning, and I might be a little bit cheeky today, but that's okay. But it's kind of like, where does my penis belong? You know, if we could make a new song called oh where does my penis go? You know, one of those old-fashioned love songs from one of those black and white movies. This is kind of what he wants to say is, you know, I'm realizing that if I'm in another connection with somebody else, it's just not happening with me. It feels like I'm having an out-of-body experience. It feels in a weird kind of way. It feels like I'm not connected. And then he has this reminiscent feeling here about the divine feminine. A huge difference. You know, I feel like I'm doing the wrong thing here in this current relationship if he's in one. If he's not in a relationship with someone else, it could be a work situation or some other kind of family situation that's in the way. But with the divine feminine, look at the difference in how he comes across. You know, here he's like the devil, literally, and then here we have him being really romantic. Huge difference here. We then have this feeling of King of Swords energy, and the King of Swords energy is a really cutting off, you know. Either he's cut off the divine feminine or he's cut off a karmic woman. I feel like he's cutting her off a little bit more. He's trying to be assertive, and sometimes assertive is good, and sometimes assertive can come across as arrogant. So I want to just pop those cards to the side for a moment and check out the other two decks that I've used and see what's on the bottom of the deck. We have this feeling of, I just don't know what I would give to the divine feminine if I had 10 minutes with her. You know, like, let's say I could give her a gift or some kind of form of knowledge or something like that. You know, what would I give? You know, would I give perfume? Would I give flowers? Would I give my time? Would I give my knowledge about something? And we have him really contemplating his next move. Interesting here. He doesn't want to come across as holding on to the divine feminine. Unless he's already made a love offer to the divine feminine. If he's done that and you're in semi-union, then it's a bit different. But if he hasn't come across, if you're in separation with your divine masculine, he doesn't want to come across as being too needy, even though behind the scenes he kind of is. I find this interesting. The truth is, he's been checking out your social media. He's been thinking about a future with you. He may have to go across the water or across the road or across some kind of parcel of land to get to you. And then we have this, I'm willing to ask God to help me. I'm willing to ask God to help me because I want to work towards this. Isn't that beautiful? I'm willing to ask God to help me. Now, if your divine masculine isn't religious in any kind of way, it's this, you know, maybe he's spiritual instead, but it's like, I want to ask the universe to help me. And then we see him working hard. Now, this working hard is a really big theme. And he's not making buttons in a button factory. And if your divine masculine happens to work in a button factory, then please let me know in the comments, because that would be a huge synchronicity for you. I feel like there's something he's working on, and the reason he's working on it is because he knows that eventually he's going to get to you somehow. He doesn't know how exactly, but you know, it's kind of like that someday, somewhere, somehow. I don't even know if that's a song, but it's kind of this, I'm getting those black and white old movies, or even the Western movies where there was romance, or perhaps even musicals where, you know, in the olden days they'd sing, like, you know, Doris Day kind of films where they would sing, and you know, they'd stare into space for a really long time. It's this cool energy that's coming through from him, but it's being very secretive, and that's why I've got my detective gear on today. I don't know if I'm heading for the jungle or if I'm undercover as a what do you call it, a spy or something like that. It kind of feels a bit like both at the same time. So the Two of Pentacles is here. Look how he's coming up behind the feminine. You're not going to see me coming. I don't want you to see me coming right now. Like, so he might be on social media spying. I feel like I want to just keep continually say the word spying. He's definitely infatuated with you, and he's been contemplating sending a message. Eight of Wands here, you know, messages coming through the airwaves. So it could be texting, could be, you know, Skyping, or however you communicate with your divine masculine. And if it's not either of those things, it could be, you know, telepathic messages. You might feel him in your dreams. You might feel him in your vicinity, in your space. We then have this next card, which is really beautiful. It's the Knight of Pentacles, and again, he's coming from behind, so it's like you don't see him coming. Many divine feminines will not be aware that their divine masculines are about to message or about to give something to them that they're not expecting. And then we have the Nine of Wands here. Wow, I love the Nine of Wands here because it did come up in reverse. So all of the worries and all of the kind of warrior energy that he was in before, like the exhausted warrior energy, he's come through that. Maybe perhaps a mini dark night of the soul. He's come through that, and he just wants to spend time with the feminine. He's also saying, I hope she isn't spending too much time with anyone else, because I kind of want her all to myself. He finds the feminine delicious, is the word that's coming through. And then he daydreams about children, about the divine feminine being a mother to his children. And, you know, if he already has children or she already has children, he's willing to be a father to those children. So isn't that an interesting turn of events here? Many divine masculines are processing this all in their mind, and the divine feminine has absolutely no idea about what's going on. And I find it really interesting that he's being like a spy. He's being like a, you know, a detective, and you just don't know that he's coming. So for many of you, you're going to get, especially if you've been working on yourself, you're going to get a surprise text. You're going to get a surprise invitation. You're going to get a surprise gift. Something's coming to you from your masculine. It might just be a message in the 5D, telepathic communication, a feeling that you get. And it's definitely going to be enchanting, unexpected, and I feel like this has been the year when people really start to take stock of what's important to them. I'm really guided back to this card here with the Two of Wands, you know. He's got the whole world in his hands. And, you know, even if it seems on the outset that he's got the family, he's got the staff, he's got the job, he's really thinking of you. And many divine feminines, especially in the period where they're trying to let go, of the connection because they know the more they hang on to it, that it's going to deter him. I know it's hard for you to hear that your divine masculine is thinking of you, but the thing is that if he is thinking of you, it's because you have been letting go. You have been not reliant on the outcome, which in turn helps to manifest your divine masculine. Now, of course, if you haven't done my twin flame system and you're in separation from your twin flame, I invite you to do my courses. They're now available in modules, and we've got some wonderful results coming through. Many twin flames getting married, many twin flames waiting for the borders to open so they can be together, many twin flames contemplating or having children as well. And I'm so delighted to say how proud of you all that I am, that I could be of guidance to you on this journey. Now, let's see what his soul wants to say. I've got the love messages deck, which I'm shuffling now, and I'm just going to allow the cards to fall out. Wow, there's a lot of messages here. Yeah. He's a little bit tongue-tied. He's a little bit in his little detective mode because many of them are struggling to find the right words to say to you. Some of them are struggling because they haven't spoken to you for a while, and others of them are struggling because when they see you in person, or when they talk to you, even on a text message, they get really nervous, and so they don't know what to say. Let's see what the next one says. You mean more to me than you know. This is really apparent today. I keep myself busy with the things I do, but every time I pause, I still think of you. Absolutely, they do. Wow, I love this one. Your beautiful face is always on my mind. I don't care how complicated this gets. I still want you. For those who walked away from you, they're beginning to regret it. I'm sorry that this is how things turned out. There's all this positive energy though. Do you even realize how amazing you are to me? Is the next one that comes through. Sometimes I look at you and wonder how I got to be so damn lucky. They're realizing, you know, like I said, this pandemic and all of this stuff that's gone on this year and last year has made people realize what's important to them. So they're realizing how lucky they are to have met you, especially in this time and age that we're living through right now. And the last beautiful message is, you are my heaven on earth. And many divine feminines don't know that that's how their masculines are thinking of them today. And this is a really important message. I feel guided to get one last little message from your divine masculine today. I know many of you are trying to let go of, you know, of your masculines at this time, but I think it's sometimes important to just do a little check-in and see what's going on. So as long as you're not doing it, you know, like watching 10 million readings, which we've all done, haven't we? No, hang on, I need to put my other one in so I can hear you. Haven't we? Yeah, okay. So you know what that's like. So what does he want to say to you today? We've got messages from him, his soul, some love messages that just came through. But what does he actually want to say? In the 3D, let's see. If he can't talk to you right now in the 3D because he's too shy or he's too busy or he's too whatever, let's see what he would say if you could meet up with him. Let's say he comes to your door, knocks your door down. Wouldn't that be nice? Wow, we're getting similar messages coming through, I think. Okay, no. Ooh. We literally have an apology here. I'm sorry I haven't messaged you for a while. Okay, I'm sorry I haven't. I've been thinking about you though. It's this I've been thinking about you energy. And then he says, you know, I've been a little bit, in the past, I've been a little bit immature. A bit of a brat. It's this feeling of, if I've got a problem, I'm going to walk away and solve it myself. I'm not going to ask anyone for help because obviously I've got a lot of pride and I don't want to sort of burden anyone else with problems. But there's some kind of injustice that he wants to tell you about. The injustice is that he doesn't think it's fair that you're not together. He also feels like in the recent past that he has left you out in the cold, acted in a way that made you feel confused. Maybe he had some shitty behavior. Maybe he spoke some kind of truth. And the truth that he wanted to speak was of his love for you, and he didn't say that. Or if he did, he didn't get it all out of his system to tell you. So we have this, I don't want to tell you I've been spying on your social media because that would be really embarrassing. He wants you to think, if he's been away for over 4 weeks, he wants you to think that he's just chilling. You know what I mean? Like he's just Netflix and chill. Which can mean other things, but as in literally watching Netflix and chilling, you know? He doesn't want you to think that he's been, I don't know, having fun without you, because he hasn't really. In fact, you bring him the warmth that he seeks, the truth that he seeks, the wonderment that he seeks. And if you notice, he's sitting on a horse here as a child, and there is this vulnerability here because he's also showing up as a page. There's a vulnerability here that he wants to show you, but he's also afraid, because when you show someone your vulnerable side, then you can be hurt. And it's not that he doesn't trust you, but it's just that he hasn't been able to trust other people in the past. So this is a really beautiful message coming through today. It's kind of a little bit all over the place, but we're dealing with a lot of energy in the world right now, and May has been a really strange month for energy. Astrologically it's been weird, and also, there's been stuff going on like solar flares and just generally weird energy in the world. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Me and Spoggy are saying that I'm just laughing because his eyes always make me laugh because they're so cute. He's going to look into your eyes and tell you that he loves you today, okay? But not in a weird way, just in a normal way. And we are wishing that you have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. And of course, if you need me, you are more than welcome to email me. I've got so many different packages, and I do private readings. I do readings for people who aren't twin flames as well. So if you want to buy a reading for a friend, or your mum, or your dad, or your sister, or your brother, or your auntie's cousin's girlfriend's lover, you're more than welcome to do that. And you can now also start purchasing my secret wellness course. So if you've got any issues with, physicality stuff, this is going to set you on the right track. And then you can teach all the people you love all the knowledge that I'm going to teach you in the course. And it's so exciting. It's 9 hours long, and it's just amazing. So much knowledge and information that you really can't find on the mainstream social media. So we're really, really happy that you're here with us today, and thank you for following us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment, and get in touch with us if you need us. We would love to help you. Me and the gang are always here. Okay, have a beautiful day, everyone. And just before I go, if you've stayed this long, I'm going to really quickly introduce you to a new gang member, and you'll never guess who it is. You can I'll give you 3 guesses. Ready? Have guess 1. I'm listening. No, that's wrong. Have another guess. No, it's still wrong. One more guess. Ready? No, no one got it. No one got it. Ready? You'll never guess. It's Woody. Mini Woody. He's only a little version of Woody. And he is going to be a part of the gang here. And of course, he is really, really good at telling me all the things that you want to hear from your divine masculine that he's maybe not telling you. So he's got, if you're still here, he's got a little secret, and he's going to tell me now a message from your divine masculine. Okay. Wow. Okay, so he likes it when you wear that favorite piece of clothing, apparently, is the message today. And he's never ever stopped loving you. So I'm getting that song. It's a really old song, and it's called I Can't Stop Loving You. And I'm also getting wise men say only fools rush in, and I can't help falling in love with you. Wow, beautiful song. I don't know all the words though, so I can't continue singing. Is it take my hand, take my whole life too, and I can't help falling in love with you. Wow, thank you, Woody. Mini Woody, he's here to stay. And of course, Spoggy, you can see how tiny he is when I put him next to Spoggy. And of course, he can ride Spoggy. Just like, remember the never ending story, and he rides the luck dragon and he goes, woo! I don't know that he makes that noise, but he might make that noise when he goes on Spoggy. I think that would be a cool noise to make. That's the noise I'd make if I could ride on Spoggy, if I was small enough. So the only other issue I have with Woody, Mini Woody, is that he won't, see, he's a bit off balance at the moment. So we're going to have to prop him up against, I don't know what we're going to use, but in the future we might have to like blue tack him to my cheek while I do the readings or something, so that he can be here. So we'll see how we go with that. Maybe sticky tape might work. We'll sticky tape him here and I can do the reading like that. Okay. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I love you all so much. Much love from Australia, and I'll see you real soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.